All right, everybody, how's it going? It is Tuesday, October 20th, 2020, and we just finished with Week 6 of the NFL. So, of course, now it's time to go to Week 7 and worry about our Week 7 NFL pick'em. Last week we went 10-4. Not a great week, but not a terrible week at the same time. Double digits, always the sign of a good week is when you hit the double-digit mark. So that's always a good thing. 10-4. Hopefully we can improve on it. Maybe go 12-2, 13-1. But again, 12-4 is probably going to be a pretty common record for us around here. So let's see if we can keep it going. Let's see if we can improve on 10-4 and see if we can get, something good here in Week 7. I don't have a lot of upsets this week, maybe one or two, because I don't really see it this week. Kind of like last week, everyone's like, oh, you should pick the Falcons. I don't pick the Falcons here, so just automatically you could put one down for the Falcons are going to lose. So we got this week we have some bye weeks, of course. Last week we had those teams. This week we've got the Vikings, Colts, Dolphins, and Ravens. So none of those teams are playing. The Vikings can't lose this week. The Colts can't break your heart this week. The Dolphins can't stun you this week. And the Ravens can't bully a team that isn't good this week. So those are the teams that are off. And enjoy it. Find something else to do if you're a fan. All right, let's go right into Thursday Night Football. We have an absolute stinker in the NFC East as the New York Giants travel to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. Both teams are the Giants are 1-5. The Eagles are 1-4-1. The Eagles are 4-point favorites with an over/under of 43.5. Ironically, a win in this game puts one of these two teams in contention with first place if the Cowboys lose to the football team later this week. So I don't know. This is going to be a hard-fought game. It's a battle for second place of the NFC East. I think the Eagles are a better team than the Giants. I don't know by how much, but they are. The Eagles have almost beaten the Steelers and the Ravens, so I kind of took that into consideration in this game. The Giants have played really good. They finally got their first win against the football team, a team the Eagles couldn't beat, which is kind of weird that I'm picking. But again, division games are weird. The Eagles have had a rough season. They were very, very injured. They're slowly getting healthier. The way that they were able to play against the Ravens shows me that they somewhat are a good team, and the Giants had to beat a bad team. Give me the Eagles over the Giants in a who cares game. Who cares? Give me the Eagles. All right, let's go to these 1 o'clock games. We have the Steelers and the Tennessee Titans play host to the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is the game of the week. And it's a really good game. Both teams are 5-0. These are probably the two best teams in the AFC. The Steelers are 1.5-point favorites with an over/under of 52.5. All of these are from the William Hill Sportsbook or from FanDuel. That's where I got my NFL lines. I like the Steelers to win this game 20-17. I think this is going to be a defensive slugfest. And the only reason, I kept trying to figure out who do I think is going to win. The home field's going to play a little bit of an advantage, maybe. I think the Steelers are too well disciplined for a light home crowd to make much of a difference to them. It's kind of like you have to look at their last opponents is what I kind of did, and I seen the Steelers played a team that was also, I believe, really good in the Browns this year, having a good year, and they absolutely trashed them. And then the Titans just had to play a struggle game with division rival Houston. Both of them played division rivals. Both of them played a team that was lesser, and the Steelers destroyed their team, and the Titans sort of struggled with a very bad Texans team. So, and losing Taylor Lewan, Bud Dupree, TJ Watt, Bud Dupree and TJ Watt should take advantage of the no Taylor Lewan. I'm wondering how they're going to adjust to that. The Steelers have a pretty good run defense, so they might be able to neutralize Derrick Henry. I like the Steelers winning this game due to those things. It's not going to be a pretty game for the Steelers, so give me the Steelers in a very close dogfight, 20-17. The rest of the games won't take that long, by the way. Cowboys travel to Washington to play the football team in really a who cares game. The Cowboys are 3-point favorites with an over/under of 48. I know the Cowboys are kind of bad on offense right now, but the football team is just an abysmal mess. The Giants were able to do some stuff to them. It seems like most teams can beat them except the Eagles, which is funny. I do think whatever situation Dallas has going on, I don't think this game overwhelms it. And I got the Cowboys 31-28. Football team is a bad team. They have no quarterbacking ability. There's not much to say in this game. The Jets host the Bills. The Jets are 0-6. The Bills are 4-2. The Bills are going to want to stop the losing streak that they're on. They are 12.5-point favorites. There's no over/under listed. I got the Bills winning 42-10. I don't have much to say there. This could be a really good game, actually. The Saints are hosting the Panthers. The Saints are 3-2. The Panthers are 3-3. The Saints are gigantic favorites. I don't understand this line at 7.5 with an over-under of 51.5. So I have the Saints winning 28-24 because I don't know. I've seen the Saints do a little bit on defense where they look somewhat competent on defense, and same to the Panthers. I don't know. I don't know. This game I just don't know about. It's a good game. It seems like a good game on the surface, but I really don't know who the Saints are, and I really don't know what the Panthers are. I don't know what these two teams are going to look like. Are the Saints going to be booming with Michael Thomas back? Is he going to be part of the offense and want to go, not being a problem? Are the Panthers good to go? They kind of just got smacked around by the Bears. I don't know how to call this one, so I'm just going to go with the team I think is a little bit better. What team do I think can pull it out if it's a close game late? I'll go with the Drew Brees and the Saints in that one. Drew Brees is really clutch, so in the regular season he's clutch anyway. So I don't know. This is the one game I'm not sure about, the Saints and Panthers. I could not decide that game. I'm going to go Saints, but I don't feel good about it. This one I feel really good about. The Packers are traveling to Houston to play the Texans. The Packers are 4-1. The Texans are 1-5. The Packers are 3.5-point favorites with an over-under of 56. I personally think that the Packers are going to win this game. I think most of you do too as well. I do think the Texans are going to score some points because, as we've noticed, Green Bay has kind of a Swiss cheese defense that you can put some points on. They can't really tackle that well. They kind of play bad secondary play. So you can put points on Green Bay. It's just as long as their offense is working and you don't absolutely just do what Tampa did to Green Bay, then you'll be able to do that. I don't think Houston has a defense that can put that kind of pressure and just play. I don't think Houston has anywhere near the defense Tampa has. So give me the Packers 38-27. Houston's having a bad year. I don't know what to do. They're just not. It's bad. Another game that's probably not going to be as close, but people think it might be a better game than it's going to be, is the Cincinnati Bengals hosting the Cleveland Browns. The Browns are 1-4-1. The Browns are 4-2. The Bengals are 1-4-1. Sorry, I hate that these two teams are like CB. It's like the same. The Browns are 3.5-point favorites with an over/under of 51. I got the Browns winning this game 31-20. Their defense is going to overwhelm that Bengals O-line. They're going to get to Joe Burrow all game. They're going to frustrate that kid. The Browns are going to be able to run the ball all over Cincinnati. They're going to be able to throw all over Cincinnati. And it's not even like Cincy's like a terrible team like they were last year, because they're kind of in games. They're fighting to the end in some of them. A lot of games, it ends on Burrow throwing picks and stuff like that. So it's not necessarily that the Bengals are a bad team. I just think this is a mismatch. I like the Browns all day. They should probably beat this game in for revenge too. So they're probably going to come in hungry and mean in this one. So give me the Browns. Even if Baker doesn't play for whatever reason, I still like the Browns winning this game. Here's a game that's hilarious. It's the final 1 o'clock game on the slots. The Atlanta Falcons host the Detroit Lions in what most people probably consider to be, hey, Falcons are going to win another game, right? No, wrong, incorrect. Screw this line at -3, over under a 56. So the Falcons should not be opening this game as favorites. Let's be very, very honest about that. The Falcons have done nothing this season to deserve to be considered a favorite over a team that actually can win games, that would be 3-3 if DeAndre Swift didn't drop a football. Actually, they'd be 3-2 if Swift didn't drop a football. And the Falcons can't hold leads. Here's a fun fact about Matthew Stafford and the Lions. They can come back on teams. So say the Falcons have like a 30-20 lead or a 30-13 or 14 lead. This is what I think is going to happen. They're going to have a 30-14 lead going into the fourth quarter, and the Lions are going to come back and win the game 35-30. 100%. That's guarantee the Falcons blow a lead in this game to Matt Stafford and the Lions. We almost beat the Falcons a few years ago when they were a much better football team, but then the referees cheated, and you know how the Lions stories go. Whenever the Lions are about to beat a good team, they get kind of screwed over by the refs, and that's what happened the last time we played the Falcons. I think the Lions get the revenge here. I think the Lions are a better football team. They can run. Falcons can't play defense. Lions can run really well with 3 different guys. They can throw the ball really well, and I think their defense is completely underrated. Yeah, give me the Lions all day in this one, 35-30. And I do think they come back and win too. Let's go to 4 o'clock. We got 5 games at 4 o'clock. Very first up, we have another potential game of the week candidate. This one was very hard for me to decide. We have the Cardinals at 4-2 hosting the 5-0 Seahawks. The Seahawks are 3.5-point favorites. I didn't see an over/under anywhere for this game yet. I didn't see one anywhere. And I don't know why that is. It seems like they could come up with one for this one. But I do think this is going to be a total shootout. I know the Cardinals played good defense against the Cowboys, but that was against Andy Dalton and I don't know. It's just whatever. The Seahawks are a much better offense. They're pretty much all offense and no defense. And the Cardinals have a good defense, but they're very good offensively. So I find this just to be a shootout in the making. I'm quite excited to watch this game, and it's basically who do I trust more in a shootout? I trust Russell Wilson and the Seahawks more in a shootout. I genuinely do not believe defense is going to play a factor in this game very much. Maybe one or two plays. It's going to be a lot of scoring, a lot of running, fast-moving clock. The game's going to probably go pretty quick as well because of all the running and all the gadgetry plays we'll see. This is going to be a fun game. Again, it's along the lines of what team do I trust to make a play if it's a tie game or they're trailing by one late in the game, and that's the Seahawks. They've done it time and time again this year. I don't think I've actually seen the Cardinals have to have a comeback from behind victory or a tough fought-out win unless I'm missing a game. But I think most of their wins have just been beating the hell out of people, then they got beat up on in some of their losses. Like I know they lost to the Lions in a close game, and if it's a close game, I seemingly don't know if I can trust the Cardinals yet. So I'm going to go Seahawks in this one. Nobody cares. I got the Chargers beating the Jaguars 21-14. Next. The San Francisco 49ers travel to play the New England Patriots. The Patriots are 3-point favorites with an over/under of 45.5. The Patriots have lost 2 straight games. Trying to avoid losing 3 straight. This is, of course, my team. I will put a caveat on that loss against the Chargers because it is sort of notable to say we practiced one time in 2 weeks for that game. So that there is that. Newton hasn't practiced in like 3 weeks before that game. So yeah, there was rust on the Patriots. We lost to the Broncos. They beat us. Their defense kind of surprised a lot of people, I think, and just smacked us right in the mouth. I think our team's going to look a lot better than it did against the Broncos. Our offense is going to look more like it did against the Raiders, the Seahawks, the Dolphins, than it did against the Chiefs or the Broncos, personally. I think the last 2 games were more fluke, and it's more like the first 3 games of the season for the Patriots. I don't know if they're going to score that many points, but I do think they'll be able to move the ball and put points up. As for the 49ers, I think they're going to struggle with this Patriots defense. I think the Patriots will take something and will take things away from them, like the ability to run as well as they are, because that is what they do best. They do run best, so Patriots are going to try to take that away and force Jimmy G to beat us. And the problem with Jimmy G trying to beat the Patriots is the Patriots know how Jimmy G plays football. I do think the Patriots have an advantage here in knowing Jimmy G, knowing Kyle Shanahan, knowing how to deal with taking away the best thing, which is going to be their running ability, and that's going to be stripped from them. No Raheem Mostert. They're going to be keying on certain aspects of this, and I think that overwhelms the 49ers. I think the fact that the Patriots are going to take that away, force Jimmy G to beat them, they understand how to play Jimmy G. I think that overwhelms the 49ers. I think the Patriots play a revenge game. They're not going to lose 2 straight at home. They're not losing 3 straight overall, so give me the Patriots 23-17 in a very, very good defensive game on both sides. But I do like the Patriots to take it. Chiefs versus the Broncos. The Broncos impressed me. The Broncos are hosting the Chiefs. They're 2-3. The Chiefs are 5-1. The Chiefs are 9.5-point favorites. So, do I agree with the line? Yeah, I do. The Broncos' offense isn't very good. Like, they can get the ball down the field, but they seemingly stall out and have to kick field goals. And the Chiefs just destroyed the Bills, dude. The way that the Bills just looked like paper, dude. The way the Chiefs just played the Bills is scary. They ran for like 200 yards. They didn't need to throw it that well. It was complete domination up front with a backup offensive line. It was impressive what the Chiefs just did. I can't front. What the Broncos did was impressive too. I don't think they're ready to play the Chiefs, or I don't think so. Their offense isn't ready. Their defense is going to be really good, and that's why I made it a 10-point game. But their offense isn't ready to compete with that. So yeah, that's the 4 o'clock games. All 4 of those. So far so good. Let's go to Sunday Night Football. This should be one hell of a game. We got the Raiders taking on the Buccaneers. John Gruden, his two teams, his favorite teams probably. The Raiders are 3-2. The Buccaneers are 4-2. I have the Bucs winning. The Bucs are 2.5-point favorites, 53.5. I like the Buccaneers in this game. Yeah, the Raiders are a fun upstart little football team with a pretty good little defense, a fun offense. I do think this could be an offensive-based game because both these teams are not necessarily big defensive teams, though the Buccaneers the previous few weeks have kind of been challenging that assertion that they're not a good defensive team, especially with the thing they just did to Rodgers. If that defense shows up, Raiders really don't. I don't think Raiders stand much of a goddamn chance. I think Arnett, the rookie corner they have, is out. I'm not sure the status of Abrams in this game. And if those two don't play, I don't see Brady's going to destroy the secondary. Even with those two guys, Brady's going to probably have a pretty nice evening. It's going to be a good game. I feel like I trust the Buccaneers offense a bit more. I trust the Buccaneers defense more. And when you trust both sides of the ball more than the other teams, it's pretty hard to go with. The Raiders will just win though. The Raiders aren't a bad team. They're my little dark horse team to make the playoffs and be a little thorn in the side of the AFC powerhouses. But at the end of the day, let's be honest. The Bucs just destroyed a really good Packers team, especially on defensively. They destroyed a very good offensive Packers team with their defense. So right now, I'm going to go Buccaneers over the Raiders, 27-24. Monday Night Football, nobody cares. No, just kidding. The Los Angeles Rams play host to the Chicago Bears. The Rams are 4-2. The Bears are 5-1. The Rams, I don't know how this is possible. The Rams are 6.5-point favorites. There was no line. There was no over-under yet for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on with that, but unless I missed it. But anyway, I got the Bears winning. I don't care about the Rams opening up as favorites. The Rams have literally only beaten the NFC East. Literally, all four of their wins: Cowboys, Redskins, or football team, Giants, and Eagles. The two losses are the only two games they played outside of the NFC East. So right now, until the Rams can show me that they're actually a good team, or not just an opportunistic beat up on the worst division of football team, which is what they've shown to be this year, I'm going to have to go with the Bears, man. The Bears are just destroying teams on defense. They're doing what they got to do on offense just enough, managing the game. And this is how some teams win Super Bowls, by the way. Elite defense, very capable game manager in Nicholas Foles. Been done before. Bears are running a tried and true formula. Give me the Bears. The Rams got to beat somebody outside of the NFC East. Here's our pick'em record: 61, 29, and 1. Good for 67.7 or 67% even if you factor in the tie. So not bad last week. Hopefully we keep improving. We had a really bad week in week 6. We powered past it, and yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I know I enjoyed making it for everybody. I hope. Let me know your picks down below. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'll be sure to reply as soon as I can. Let me know how your picks are going this year. We're almost halfway through the season. It's been a good year so far. A little stressful with all the COVID, but that's all right. Thank you for everybody subscribing. Thank you for everybody for viewing the videos, commenting, leaving likes. Let's try to get this up to 150 likes. Let's aim for the moon. And by the way, we will be streaming again on the channel tomorrow. So if you're listening still, you'll find out we're streaming on the channel again starting tomorrow. So I hope you're ready for that. Thank you again for listening. Thank you for following the picks so far this year. Hopefully we have a good week. Hopefully you have a good week. And thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day. Go Patriots. Go Lions. And of course, I don't know how to end these. Leave your picks. I'll comment. Bye.